Hello everyone, my name is Amy. Welcome to Amy English class. Today we'll keep going with Unit 4, Festivals and Free Time. Lesson 1, 2, page 31. Before we keep going, please do a little review on adverbs of frequency. What you're going to do is, you're going to complete the sentences. Are you ready? Let's go. I ride my bike 3 times a week. I ride my bike. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, or never. What do you think? Is it usually?
No.
What?
No.
Oh no. So?
Correct.
Yeah, bravo. Well done. Often, 3 times a week. Let's move to the next one. I walk my dog every day. I walk my dog. Yay, very good.
Correct.
I always walk my dog. Let's go. I play the saxophone 5 times a week. I play it. Is it usually?
Correct.
Bravo! Usually. Oh, I go to the cinema once a month. I go to the cinema. What? Very good.
Correct.
Yeah, correct. Look, I don't drink alcohol. Very good.
Correct.
I never drink alcohol. Another last one. I play basketball once a week. I play basketball. Who knows? Come on. Let's see. Really?
No.
Sorry. I?
Correct.
Yeah, sometimes. Very good job. Well done. Now, let's talk about the grammar point adverbs of frequency. Trạng từ chỉ sự thường xuyên. Before we learn about adverbs of frequency, look at the pictures here. As you can see, there's a boy and a girl. They are having a conversation. I want you to listen to their conversation and then repeat.
Listen and repeat.
How often do you play soccer?
I usually play soccer on the weekends.
Well, it's time for you to practice saying them. Now listen and repeat after me. How often do you play soccer? How often do you play soccer? I usually play soccer on the weekends. I usually play soccer on the weekends. Very good job. And now, let's look. Adverbs of frequency. When do we use adverbs of frequency, everyone? Good job. We use adverbs of frequency to talk about how often we do things or how often things happen. Chúng ta sử dụng trạng từ chỉ sự thường xuyên để diễn tả sự lặp đi lặp lại của một hành động hoặc mức độ thường xuyên mà chúng ta thực hiện hành động đó. So, in a sentence, we often put the adverbs of frequency after the verb be and before the main verb. Khi được đặt vào trong câu, trạng từ chỉ sự thường xuyên sẽ đứng ngay sau động từ to be và sẽ đứng trước động từ thường. So be careful. Now let's look. I usually play soccer on the weekend. Usually. Stand before play. He She sometimes plays soccer on Saturdays. Sometimes plays soccer on Saturdays. Sometimes stands before plays. I never go shopping. Never before go. He or she rarely goes shopping. Rarely before goes. And in the question, how often do you play soccer? How often do you play soccer? How often does she or he play soccer? How often does she or he play soccer? Chúng ta có câu hỏi về mức độ thường xuyên sử dụng với how often. How often? How often do you play soccer? How often does he or she play soccer? To talk about regular actions, use always and usually with a time phrase. Các bạn lưu ý, khi chúng ta sử dụng always và usually để diễn tả một số hành động được lặp đi lặp lại khá thường xuyên, thì các bạn hãy kết hợp nó với một cụm từ chỉ thời gian nhé. For example, I always play soccer. It's not good. I always play soccer on Saturdays. Very good, on Saturdays. And now, let's do some more practice. Everyone, look. You are going to fill in the blanks with the adverbs of frequency. Now, look at the guidance here. Do you remember? Good job. So, for example, number 1, I sometimes go to the park on the weekends. It's your turn to do from number 2 to number 6. Very good. Now, let's see. Number 2. What's that? She. Very good. She usually watches movies on Fridays. She usually watches movies on Fridays. How about number 3? Who knows? Now tell me. Very good. She never plays basketball. He never plays basketball. Number 4. Yay, well done. They always go swimming on Sundays. They always go swimming on Sundays. How about number 5, everyone? Yes. Sam often plays video game. Sam often plays video games. Sam often plays video games. Sam often plays video games. Number 6. Well done. Millie rarely reads. Millie rarely reads. Good job, everyone. And now, the last activity in the student book. Let's look. You have how many people do you see here? Jack, Bobby, Sarah, Amanda. 4 students. Very good. And how many activities here? Yes, 4 activities. Can you say them? Okay, fine. Good job. Go shopping. Do homework. Play soccer. Have barbecues. And you have the frequencies here. Now, you look at the table and you write the answers. Let's do it. Very good, everyone. And now, what is your writing? Very good, everyone. And now tell me your answers. Number 1. How often does Jack go shopping? Yes, he rarely goes shopping on the weekends. Number 2. How often does Bobby do his homework? Right, he always does his homework after school. Number 3. How often does Sarah play soccer? Yes, she often plays soccer. She often plays soccer. She often plays soccer. Number 4. How often does Amanda have barbecues? Very good job. She often has barbecues. She often has barbecues. And now everyone, please open your workbook on page 20. Page 20, your workbook. Very good. Now look, exercise number 1, unscramble words. Could you please look and tell me what exactly the words are? Number 1, I got it sometimes. How about from 2 to 6? You have some seconds to do it. Wow, time's up everyone. Now tell me, what are they? Good job. Let me show you. Here are the answers. Number 1, sometimes. Number 2, usually. Number 3, never. Number 4, often. Number 5, rarely. And number 6, always. Have you done the same? Yes, very good job. Well done. Okay, and now look at activity number 2. You are going to fill in the blanks with the adverbs of frequency in task A. I know you can do it. Keep going. Never, 10%, 50%, 70%, 90%, and 100%. What are the answers? Good. Now let me help you. Here are the answers. Never, rarely, sometimes, often, usually, and always. Have you done the same? Very good. Keep going. Keep your good work. Now, exercise C. Look at the table. Fill in the blanks with the correct adverbs of frequency. In this table, you see how many people? 2. Very good. Who are they? Yes, Julie and Daniel. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 activities. Play tennis, do yoga, do martial arts, play hide and seek, and play hopscotch. Tammy, number 1. Julie sometimes plays tennis with her brother on the weekend. Julie, 50% play tennis. So Julie sometimes. Now how about number 2 to number 6? You do it in some minutes. Very good. Now, tell me, what is number 2? Julie? Yeah, let me show you. Number 2. Julie rarely plays hopscotch with her friends in the park. Number 3. Julie usually does yoga after school. Number 4. Daniel enjoys playing in the garden. He sometimes plays hide and seek with his little sister. Exercise C. Look at the table. Fill in the blanks with the correct adverbs of frequency, everyone. Now in the table, how many people do you see? How many people do you see? 2. Very good. Who are they? Julia and Daniel. And there are 5 activities: play tennis, do yoga, do martial arts, play hide and seek, and play hopscotch. What do you think? For example, number 1, Julie sometimes plays tennis with her brother on the weekends. Now it's time for you to do from number 2 to number 6. You have some minutes to finish. Okay, everyone. Now, what are your answers? Let's see. So, number 2, correct, rarely. Number 3, usually. Number 4, sometimes. Number 5, always. And number 6, usually. If you can do it the same thing as on the screen, you are so good. Bravo. Thank you very much. And now, before we finish, let's do another activities that can help you feel more interesting. You read and choose a word in the correct orders. How often do you go running? I go. No, so I. Very good. Go. I rarely go running. How often do you go swimming? Think about that. Yay! I sometimes go swimming after school. I sometimes go swimming after school. How often do you play video games? Let's see. Hey, I think you do it well. I usually play video games on Saturdays. Good job. How often do you do yoga? What's your sentence? Now let's do it. I, very good, always, do yoga on the weekends. Good job. How often do you play tennis? What's your sentence? Okay, I often play tennis. I often play tennis in the afternoon. Very good, everyone. And that's all for today. Don't forget to review adverbs of frequency and how to say them in the question answer. Thank you very much and goodbye. See you next time.